Guys, what's going on? Zach Evnesh here from the Underground Strength Gym and ZachStrength.com. Something I was thinking about as we're 2 weeks into kind of this opening phase or opening stages of being able to train athletes outdoors is I'm looking through our list of emails and people we've trained with our software program, essentially the contacts, and those athletes are now entering college or they're in college. Some of them are quote unquote adults. And what's interesting is sometimes athletes, when they're done competing, they feel like they should stop training at the underground. They should stop training with that edge, with that relentless pursuit of excellence. They don't want to train to be tough and strong anymore. And they become what I call common folk, normal, aka average. And who the heck wakes up in the morning and like bumps their fist to the sky and says, yes, today I'm going to be so average. I mean, who says that? But that's what happens when you want to just, you know what? I'm done training for baseball. I'm done training for basketball. I'm just going to go to name the big chain gym. The kind of gym where in between sets, you actually don't get off the bench. You just lay there and look at your phone in between sets. Or in between lat pull downs, you don't even get up. You don't even see if somebody wants to work in with you. You just pull out that phone, put it down, and you start looking at your phone. And so when you start doing these normal activities, normal training, you lose your edge. And I think to myself so much now, seeing the things happening in this world, especially Seattle, the city being overtaken, it's like, what help is this normal training going to give you as this world gets crazier? And so that's why we tell adults, look, if you're going to train with us, you need a certain mentality. And years ago, we had at Edison, our first underground strength gym location, we had some real cool adults training with us. And I remember one of the adults, Raul, was like an IT tech guy. I mean, this guy struggled with everything. He struggled on bodyweight squats. He struggled on push-ups. But man, did he transform his mentality and his body and just his overall being. And he would zercher squat with athletes. He would box jump. And back then, we didn't even have those foam boxes. We had the steel 30-inch boxes. So if you missed, if you were, 98% committed versus 100%, you smashed your shins and you learned through pain. And I remember one of the kids says to him, Raul, what are you training for? He's like, man, I'm training for life. And Raul was somewhere in his early 30s. And it's so interesting to see how there he is in his early 30s, but we will hear athletes who are now 17 or 18, and they're like, yeah, I'm no longer training for sports, so I'm just going to go to XYZ gym and train with my friends. It's not the same. And why would you want to be the same? You see, comfort is the enemy. It starts not only making you physically weak, but mentally weak. Then you start wanting more comfort. You start living a life of ease. Not only do you want comfortable things, you want to eat comfortable foods. You now start saying things like, I'm having comfort food. What man says I'm having comfort food? I have no clue. The key is the training, it has to have something that gives you an edge. Training for life, training to be dangerous. And that's how we do it, whether I'm training athletes at the underground or it's an online course. And that's why I love seeing and hearing from adults who are in their 50s and 60s. And I have, through the Zach Strength newsletter, right? That's our Strong Life newsletter. A lot of law enforcement guys reaching out to me. And it's interesting. One guy out in California said that once all this COVID lockdown happened and crime started going up, he said that the chief of police in his town started adding hours, not taking away, and they had like a very unique shift work. They were, running more than one shift in a row. And he said the younger guys who did not stay physically fit, who were not strong, he's like they started breaking down emotionally and mentally over trivial things. And he said, I've been training my whole life. And so this, tough time doesn't throw me for a loop. And I heard it from guys in California, law enforcement all around. And I even remember going through a seminar in Quantico, Virginia, early days CrossFit before the CrossFit world exploded. And I remember the younger Marines who looked like they were in their early 20s, they were getting destroyed by the training. But then there was guys that were in their 40s. They were older than me because I did that in '07. So that's 13 years ago. They were crushing it. They had no problem with the workouts. And I remember saying to myself, how are these younger Marines not anywhere near as fit as the men twice their age? Right here, seeking comfort. Comfort is the enemy. That's the bottom line. And that's why we train adults at the Underground Strength Gym, because you need to keep that edge. You need to develop your edge. You need to sharpen the blade, so to speak, sharpen the sword. Iron sharpens iron, so you can't be around mediocre people and expect to become anything special. And you don't have to be training for sport. As our friend Raul said, man, I'm training for life. And that's what it's about, guys. All right, I'm out of here. Zach Evanish, undergroundstrengthgym.com and zachstrength.com. Have a great day.